I think being at sea, a lot of it is the unknown. We get to explore a little bit, that little bit of kid in you where you continue to always want to keep exploring just a little bit more, and every day putting an ROV in the water, putting divers in the water, you never know what you're going to find on the other side when you cross that next frontier into the ocean. And that's probably the highlight for me the most, is kind of that unknown and the excitement that we get with each new operations that we get to do. Hi there, and welcome to the research vessel Nancy Foster. Commanding Officer Lieutenant Commander Jeff Shoup.
Hi, I'm Morton. I'm the Superintendent for the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary, and we're on a research cruise in the Tortugas Ecological Reserve and soon moving on to the Marquesas area of the Florida Keys. In the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary, we've got a lot of world-class special resources, but a lot of the science is showing that some of those resources are in trouble. We've seen impacts to coral reefs, seen impacts to fish populations, and so we need this science to better understand what kind of impact we're having on the ecosystem and how to protect those resources for the future.
First official day of totally being at sea. Everyone feeling okay?
The main purpose of this trip is to take a look at fish spawning aggregation areas, count fish, do work on a better understanding of how fish move throughout the Florida Keys, but in particularly these two special areas, which are the Tortugas and the Marquesas.
To learn more about fish movement in the protected dry Tortugas, scientists put together traps that they took on small boats to two locations. Divers then placed them on the seafloor 100 feet deep. Hours later, they returned. No fish. Although video footage from inside the trap showed a curious grouper too big to get inside. The next day, FWC scientist Ben Binder celebrated a full trap with groupers and margates. The black grouper was the lucky fish chosen to have FWC scientist Ariel Tobin surgically implant an acoustic tracking tag.
On the black grouper, I made a small incision, maybe about 1 inch long, in the pelvic girdle, which is right around the stomach area. I inserted an acoustic tag, which is about 3 inches long, and then I took a cutting needle that was threaded and sewed up the incision using 3 different stitches.
Scientists also changed the cartridges at the 6 listening stations in the dry Tortugas. These stations are like cell towers and can detect tag fish when they swim within 1,500 feet or so. FWC scientist Danny Morley uploaded the data from the receivers, which will be analyzed.
Catch of the day, lionfish. Being from Tucson, I've never tried them, but I heard they're quite tasty. They're invasive, so they need to be eradicated, brought out, so we're gonna eat them.
I don't want to maybe kiss again.
Oh yeah. We caught those lionfish with spears. It's about 110 feet of water on one of our tagging sites.
What are we having?
Lionfish ceviche.
Hello, my name is Lance Horn. I'm the Chief ROV Pilot at the Undersea Vehicles Program, and this is a remotely operated vehicle. It's an underwater robot that we use to support science. It weighs 365 pounds. It has cameras, lights, lasers, and thrusters, so we can drive it around on the bottom to do what the scientists, get the data that the scientists want. And it can stay down indefinitely, so it doesn't have to worry about decompression. It can go deeper than the divers, carries its own lights, its own scaling. Everything is recorded inside for instant replay, and it's a great machine. It's just another tool in the box.
The other two.
Oh, they're so cool. No, no, stop the lasers. The lasers. I know. Is it gonna thump us?
Come on.
Said I'm going to eat you.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Have you ever had anything try to bite the ROV?
Not yet.
Oh, hi, friend.
Those are kind of small. the
well,
ones.
mostly in comparison to that guy.
Yeah, well, those are like
small
the Meals on Wheels that stick around. Holy Jesus! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
We are kind of explorers. A lot of these places we've been have never been seen by humans, and it's really nice that we can see everything and geo-reference it, so someone else in the future can go back and see the same thing in the exact same spot that we have if they would like to. So this is all new frontier in ocean exploration.
Look at those two.
The two Goliaths right there?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah. A lot of fish right there. You know, for a couple of those to be hanging out at least.
Probably one of the more exciting deployments that we've had lately. A pod of, or a group of dolphins showed up and started inspecting the ROV itself. So always fun to get the wildlife involved, and we should get some pretty good footage from the ROV on that deployment.
The coolest thing has definitely been the use of the remotely operated vehicle and putting a camera down to depths that divers can't go to, and seeing coral formations over on the Tortugas Bank, areas just we haven't been to. We're seeing fish and fish movement that we can't see with typical divers, and then knowing that the science that's going to come out of this is really going to help our understanding for management for the future. It's special for me, just as both a person living here in the Florida Keys, but also as a manager, knowing that we are all working together for the same goal of protecting these natural resources. And so I really enjoy being out here, and I know folks really enjoyed the Tortugas. It's a world-class diving site, and encourage folks to come out here and enjoy the natural beauty and take a look at some of the science that gets produced. It helps your understanding, it helps your appreciation of what you see when you come to the Florida Keys.